Diversify your income streams. I know you already know what that means because you've already heard people say, don't put all your eggs in one bucket. You must do this and that in order to be successful in life. And guess what? They were right. So in this short video, I'm going to share some of the things you can do to diversify your income streams. You could be doing it within the property space, or you could be doing it out of the properties while you are in the property space. There is really no rule that stops you from doing multiple industries or going into multiple industries to ensure that you diversify your pockets and diversify things that you do and diversify your income streams. Hello guys, my name is Lindo. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, please. Also make sure you hit the like button so we rank the video higher for other people to see it. You know, when you hit the like button, so YouTube ranks the video higher for other people to see it. Let me not explain. So let's get to it, guys. So there are many things that you can do to ensure that you diversify your income streams. If you are in the township business, in the township economy like myself, you can do certain things in the township to ensure that you diversify your income streams. So number one, residential rental space. There's so many things you can do within that space alone to ensure that you diversify your income streams. So how can you do it? So you've already bought your property and the sole purpose of buying the property was to rent it out. So now you have a tenant, but you don't have enough money to buy property number 2, property number 3, property number 4 to ensure that you build your property portfolio and you grow within the business. So how do you start with what you have in the residential rental space to ensure that you multiply and you diversify your income streams? Here's what you can do, and I've always been sharing this advice. It's a simple thing. You are going to look at the yard and see if you have enough space for you to build rental units. But guess what? You are not going to just build the rental units without getting the plan approved by the city council or the municipality. So you are not going to start building rental units. You are going to actually do everything by the book. And you are not going to quote me when you do something wrong. So you are going to actually get the plan approved and you are going to build the rental unit. So now you have the tenant living in the main house and you now have another tenant or tenants living in the rental units outside or the cottages outside. If you are going all in to ensure that you multiply and you diversify your income stream, you can actually do a double story on the main house and also on the rental units that you are building outside. Now, guess what? Instead of going all out on a shopping spree for properties with money that you don't have and having to knock on doors until your fingers are painful, you now have in your own space, you are now diversifying your income streams. And guess what? You don't have to go through the whole process of building rental units and cottages and going double story on a property and all that shebang. You don't have to. Especially if you are still starting out, because the capital is not there, the capital is not enough to do all those kind of things. You can only do them after a certain period of time. But what can you do now to ensure that by the time a tenant or tenants move into your property, you are generating income that is sustainable and it's enough for you to build your property portfolio? So here's a tip. You are going to divide the house that you just bought. Remember, the sole purpose of the house is for rental. So you are going to divide the main house into 2 rental apartments, each of them with a kitchen, a bedroom, bathroom, and a lounge, depending on the size of the house. You're going to divide that, so you are going to have an entrance this side and an entrance on the other side for a tenant to come in and move into this side and another tenant to move in on the other side. But make sure that everything you do on the property is approved by the city council and the municipality. But if your sole purpose of buying a property is for rental purposes, you do not have to limit your thinking and you do not need to waste space, because there are so many people that are just longing for space. All they need is space. You have space and you're playing with it. Don't play with space, man. Don't play with space, hey? Number 2, the commercial space. You know that you don't actually have to be a landlord to rent some commercial space out to people. I'm going to ask you to go and do your own research, but you can actually rent a space from a landlord, not for you to operate anything in it, but for you to rent it out to somebody who needs it the most. That person pays rent to you, and you pay the rent to your landlord, and you do that on time. It's called rent to rent. And I'm not going to dwell much on it now. I'm going to actually start a new video on that alone so we can all learn about what rent to rent is. It actually explains itself already. Rent to rent. But obviously, if there is no profit involved, I don't think there's anyone who would go through the whole process of doing that unless they are getting something nice out of it. The legalities of it and all of that, we'll discuss that in another video. Number 3, flipping properties. If you don't know what flipping properties is about, this is about buying distressed properties or properties under value, develop the property or improve the property to make it look nice, and then you sell it. You can actually do this before the property is even registered in your name. So people who know this strategy, they know how to make money quick. So it takes like 3 months for a property to be registered in someone's name. So a person who does flipping as a strategy, they know that they need to get the property while it's still hot, renovate it in time, and sell it off to someone else at a higher price before it even gets registered into their name. That is something you can do. That is a strategy you can take. Number 4, build a mall. I'm kidding. So we've already touched on quite a number of things. We can go on the whole day on how you can diversify your income streams in the township or out of the township. Let's just touch on some of the things you can do that are not within the real estate space. There are so many ways you can diversify and multiply your income streams. It doesn't have to be within one industry. It doesn't have to be within one sector. You can actually spread across all sectors. It can be education, the health, ICT, anything that you have appetite to invest in, you should actually tap into that and diversify your income streams. In the real estate space, we haven't even scratched the surface. We haven't spoken student accommodation. We haven't spoken dealing in land, Airbnb, B&B, hotels, and all of those kind of things. We haven't even scratched the surface. There are just so many things we can do. We can stand here the whole day and try to cover every single thing. We can't. There are other videos that we'll be posting, so nobody has lost anything. Just make sure you stay subscribed. Make sure you also, if you want to ask us a question, go to the comment section, ask us the questions, and we'll respond with a video. We've already done that on numerous occasions. But let's move on. Let's just wrap this thing up. If you go to the description below, you'll see some of the links that leads you to some of the trusted brokers where you can actually trade things like cryptocurrencies, where you can actually buy shares in some listed companies in the JSE. You can trade CFDs, bonds, you can trade the foreign exchange, binary, and all of those kind of things. There are just so many things you can do with the rental income that you are collecting if you want to diversify your pocket and diversify your income streams. There's just so many things. Thank you very much, guys, for watching today. There will be so many other videos that we'll be shooting to ensure that everybody learns. For now, please do subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the bell so that you are the first person to see a video when we post it. For now, cheers, guys.